Hey there, guys. So today, this is a video I wanted to make that I've been meaning to make for a while because I haven't seen much information on it or many reviews on this subject online or on the internet anywhere. So today I wanted to talk about speakers with built-in subs. And as you can see here, this is some speakers that I own, and this is from my personal experience, what I've experienced dealing with them. These are Mythos STSs that I bought. I want to say approximately maybe 2010 to 2011, give or take a year. And I was fascinated by the thought of a speaker with a subwoofer. And I can go over the speaker as I make the video. So you got your drivers up here, your sub here, and some bass radiators on the sides. So this is a 300 watt amplifier that pushes that little sub. So this speaker packs quite a punch for its size. It's 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 a good size. It looks smaller than it is. Here's my hand here, so you can see it's got a good amount of size, and the speaker's got a good amount of weight to it as well. Here's the buttons in the back. You plug in, and then you can control the bass with that knob there. And I have them amplified. All of these I have them amplified with an external amplifier. Um, I power them with the Emotiva XPA 5, so each speaker gets 200 watts. So that being said, I've got it maxed out around its 200 watts. Then it's got a 300 watt subwoofer built in, which sounds amazing. So the speaker altogether, in my opinion, is a well-rounded speaker. It doesn't excel at any one thing. It's good at everything. But it's not I wouldn't say it's a pinnacle of speakers or make it sound like it's the greatest thing on earth. But everyone who's heard it in my home throughout the years, and it's been quite a few people who have heard them, are very, very impressed. But that being said, my problem with the speakers that I've encountered, I bought 4 of these Mythos STSs. I had them in a 9.4 system at one time when I was in Colorado, and also when I was in Hawaii. And now, because of size constraints, I've gone to a 3.2 system that you can currently see here, and I also have a 2.1 system in my bedroom. I've chopped my system down and broken it into a few parts, and all what I have discovered from chopping my system down into different sizes is that I ended up preferring stereo sound most of all for movie and music, and it's a beautiful, simple, easy setup. 2.2 is my favorite setting now. Anyways, getting back to the speakers with built-in subwoofers. Now, would I recommend speakers with subwoofers? No, I would not recommend speakers with subwoofers, and here's why. 3 out of 4 of the subwoofers on these speakers have gone bad. The subwoofer's not blown. I don't turn it more than it can handle. But these speakers went out within probably about a year and a half on 3 of the speakers. So now I have this big old speaker. It's heavy as hell, which I don't mind. I don't move it often. But now I have this big old speaker, and basically I just have tweeters and drivers up there, tweeters and mids. So the rest of this is for nothing. While I was in Colorado, I did take one to get repaired. They ended up having it for about 3.5 weeks, and it didn't even get repaired. I ended up having to go back and get it because I was about to move. I was in between moving from Colorado to Hawaii. So I had my speaker out of my system for over a month, and that's pretty frustrating if you're into your audio, although I didn't have a ton of time on my hands to listen to it. But it was really frustrating having that speaker missing for 3 weeks. So I had to change up the stereo preset so I didn't have all the speakers on. And I'm not knocking the speakers because I have had them quite a while. But the issues that I encountered were all within about a year of having them. Like I said, today, it's probably just one speaker that works. If that one might have gone out too as well. I just quit fidgeting with the bass after I found out they didn't, the amps had gone out inside of them. Eventually, one day, I'll get around to having them all repaired. But I don't know what it is with these speakers, these amplifiers and these speakers, but they go out for some reason fairly quickly. And I'm sure that that's not. I'm sure it's pretty much the same with all speakers with built-in amplifiers. Not to mention that your location is kind of limited where you can put these as well. Remember, you have a subwoofer. Usually, you do the walking method when you want to set it up. Now, I didn't do it with these because I don't have the room I'd like to, but wherever you plop the speaker is where your speaker is stuck, and that's where your subwoofer stays. Plus, you have a cord, which isn't so bad. You can stretch the cord out. You can add a thick extension cord to it, so you're not limited by where you can place the speaker because of your cord. So, since it does have an amplifier, you have to power that amplifier with an electrical outlet. It's not a bad thing, not a deal breaker. But if the amplifiers didn't go out so quickly on the speakers that I had bought, I would definitely say, hey, I recommend it. Hey, these speakers are basically the total package, well-rounded speaker. Beautiful sounds, beautiful highs, reproduction of voice is beautiful. The speakers reproduction is beautiful. The amount of bass they put out is great for its size. It's like having a small 8-inch, 10-inch woofer in your stereo system. Now, again, like I said, bottom line, in my opinion, I would not recommend buying speakers with built-in amplifiers because mine went out so quickly, and getting them repaired isn't impossible, but it's a hassle. And then, like I said, my experience that happened to me was I had it out of the system 3 weeks to a month, and it didn't even get repaired. I ended up just going and grabbing it because I had to get it shipped off to the next place I was moving to. Again, these speakers, Mythos STSs, I can't remember what I paid, maybe around $1,300 to $1,500 for each one. I did get a deal because I bought a large amount at one time. I think I bought all four at once, plus a center channel unit as well, and some surrounds and subwoofers. So I did get a deal overall, and I would say they're worth it if the amplifiers didn't go out. If I could redo it, I would buy some different speakers without a built-in amplifier, and I would probably go for a really powerful 2.2 stereo system. A bigger amplifier, bigger speakers that can handle more power, some actual drivers in it, maybe 8s to 10s possibly, because I don't want something that's too big or bloated. The thing I do love about these speakers is their size. Their footprint is small. They are heavy for their size, but their width is small. So it's deceiving to people. People see that, okay, it's a small, thin speaker, and then they're blown away by the sound when I turn it up. The clarity, the volume, the bass, because of my actual subwoofers, not these built-in subwoofers. And I don't know what it is with subwoofers. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not, but for some reason subwoofers and your big box subwoofers last for decades. I don't know why. I don't want to jinx myself, but they last, and they last, and they last, and they last. And I have the same mentality of the Mythos STS speakers. I figured the subwoofer would just last, there would be no problems, and boom, within about a year and a half, 3 of the subwoofers weren't working. It's probably 4 by now, but I just gave up messing with the bass because it was just, why mess with the bass if they're all out or you have one working. Again, if the amps didn't go out, they'd be awesome speakers. I'd give them a freaking 8 out of 10, but with the amp problem, I would put these speakers probably about approximately a 4, and getting them repaired, probably not too expensive, but it's just a hassle. And who wants to be moving their stuff around? But anyways, guys, I'm probably blabbering already. I'm probably repeating myself. You're probably getting tired of it. But that is just my experience with speakers with built-in subwoofers. If the subwoofer and that amplifier lasted forever, I definitely recommend it. But in my case, that wasn't how it worked out. So anyways, you guys got any questions, comments, or input, let me know. And I'd definitely like to hear you guys' opinions if y'all dealt with speakers with built-in amplifiers.